all these different tools that we're expanding into. So that's great. Let's hear a little bit more from Jeff Dunbar. I know he's got a couple of things that he can talk about.
Okay, so everybody's heard about the, I assume everybody's heard about the global grant that we have happening with a Nigerian team of healthcare professionals coming over here to learn how to run a telemedicine hub so they can take that back to their country and set up a regional hub and help outreach to patients in rural communities that don't have access to the specialty care that they have in their large medical center. So that's happening the end of August 23rd. End of August, yeah, August 23rd through September 3rd. So anyways, they're coming here. Sonoma West Medical Center is going to be a big part of that. We're going to hold some of the training there if it's open, willing, and some at my office. And what's really unique this year, we have SCARC coming up with, hosted by the Rancho Cotati Club, and Mary Graves, who's a member of that club, and part of our team that's helping with the whole training process, is able to have this group attend and be part of that meeting as well. So that's going to be, I think, really special for them and for us, because it'll expose, like Brian was saying, our community to the greater community. And so they'll be able to take back a real full experience of Sonoma County back to Nigeria. So we have some money in the coffers for new projects this year, and looking forward to input from everybody, whether you're on the committee or not. If you have an idea for an international project, please share. Thanks. Yeah.
Are we clear to be leading clubs again?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Clear away. And I just want to say, for whoever assumes this role later on, it's a really good idea to do something like this for 2 years, because it takes at least a year to get the hang of it. And two, some of these grants, they overlap, Rotary years. And so it's a good thing to be able to take it all the way to fruition.
Plus, Jeff, one other thing to mention is our connection with the Sonoma State Motor Act.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm doing that, but I didn't realize it was part of international.
Yeah.
So, part of what I'm doing is, as an advisor with the Sonoma State Rotaract Club, is to help them with, run their meetings and so forth. But they're also very involved in our telemedicine projects. And at the convention, Rotary International Convention in Brazil, there were 6 of them, 3 from Sonoma State and 3 from the Bahamas, that helped us run the booth and spread the word of telemedicine as a project for Rotary clubs. And so they were really instrumental in partnering with us there. And going forward, they are also interested in a lot of other international projects, because that's great for them, and hopefully ends up in some sort of exchange or travel in the future. So we're excited about that as well.
So our club's never been a sponsor of Rotaract before, but we are this year. Diana, good that you stood up, because you can say a word on what's going to be new about Foundation.
Okay. Who's going to cover over me? Well, Foundation is this year, I'm hoping this year to have each series of short presentations, maybe 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes, about what Foundation is, the different areas of Foundation. It's, in my mind, still a bit complex, and we have some experts in our club, David Mark Raymond, Bruce Campbell, Dan Needham, and I want to draw on some of these people also to help explain what Foundation does. Foundation is where we combine our fundraising monies with monies that come back to us that fund our projects. And the way Foundation receives its money is from us through Small Change, Big Difference. That was an invention of David Mark Raymond. So each day when you come to a Rotary meeting here, you can give a little extra. And I report that on a quarterly basis. That goes to Foundation, which goes towards the Paul Harris Fellow. Or you can give your funds to Polio Plus. In that area, that also goes straight to funding the eradication of polio, and we're very close. I believe for every $1 we donate, the Gates Foundation is donating $2. So there's many other areas which we need to discuss, and we need to make clear for people here to understand what's happening. And it makes all the money we give to local, to our community, and international grow and expand and do so much more good in the world.
Great, thanks. Reminds me of another theme that I think we can expand on as a club, and that is sort of the purpose of membership. You know, you're a member of a Rotary and should be a benefit. And one of them is that we kind of learn stuff we can actually use out of our programs. But also there's stuff like there's a new extension to the website that went live today. At the Rotary.org site, if you log in, there's a member center there, and you can get discounts on things. Like, I'm going to be traveling soon, and I want to rent a car. So I'll be getting on a discount on a Hertz rental car through the Rotary site. That's something that hasn't been done before. And they want to also extend it so that Rotarians that want to offer discounts to other Rotarians can publish that on that site. It's a little overwhelming, but you never know. One of us may be ready to do something like that, and it's just another element. Were you going to say something like that?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, in regards to Foundation, that Penal for Polio is still active. We have about, I don't know, maybe 60 cases left. Because of the Gates Foundation, of course, the way Penal for Polio works, it's $330 a case. $150 of that goes to End Polio Now, and you, of course, as a Rotarian, get Paul Harris credit for that. But because of the Gates Foundation and the 2-for-1 match, a case of Penal for Polio will raise $450 for End Polio Now. So it's a hell of a good deal. On top of which is damn good wine. So it's still available at Boleto, and I think they may be making it available in less than a case too. So check it out.
Great. I think that's one of the examples. I mean, we always mention it, even though it's not so much a local program, that when we started 30 years ago on this process of eliminating polio in over 120 countries that were endemic, and now we're down to 2, maybe 1.5. There's only Afghanistan and Pakistan are left, and there haven't been many cases reported this year in those locations either. So we think in another few months, actually, they'll be able to declare Africa polio free, which is amazing. I mean, those guys, it's been a struggle because national immunization days where a bunch of volunteers go in. I remember reading about and being impressed that in Angola, in the middle of the Civil War, the Rotarians came in and said, we want you to stop shooting when we immunize the children. And they were able to negotiate a ceasefire, have a national immunization day. Or went back to their Civil War, I think. But that was amazing to me that we could pull out that kind of diplomacy. We have the kids in on this make Angola polio free despite all the conflicts. So that's, I think, a great achievement. It's an amazing thing. I see a hand in the back.
Yeah, I just had one additional thing I wanted to mention about the End Polio Now. We did really well this year this last year with Foundation. Our goal was $6,000, and we brought in more than $6,000. Plus, with the Guys Can Cook Too, there was additional $8,300. And all of that money is matched 2 for 1. So this club did really well. You can give yourself a round.
So there's one member of the board who doesn't have a portfolio, he doesn't have a committee already associated with him, and that's Richard Ruby. And Richard's been involved a lot in disaster resilience. Who knows what other thing he has up his sleeve.
You know, I'm working on an ADAPT program, which is about our community and relationships. We have seniors in our community as well who are often left alone, and there's homeless people that need support during inclement weather and stuff like that. So I'm working on all Rotary clubs in Sonoma County adopting. I'm suggesting that we each adopt a homeless shelter or a senior program or a mobile home park, so that they have emergency equipment. They have, so like in Silvercrest, there's people up in the 11th floor that can't get down if there's ever a disaster. So I would like us as Rotarians to make sure that they have evacuation chairs. What else? I think that's it. Yeah. So you'll hear more about it in the future.
Great, thank you. Anybody on the board I overlooked? Ah, yes. Those guys.
Yeah, we just sit back here and take your money. Well, there are 2 things that the Secretary would like to tell you. One is that starting this year, I'd like to be working with committee chairs to help them do what Brian Bauer was talking about, and that is make better use of DAC-DB. There are lots of resources on DAC-DB that can help you set up your meetings, notify your members of the meetings, and keep minutes and so on. So I'll be in touch with you individually about that. The second thing that Joe Gantowitz pointed out is that the Secretary has a little used power, which is to find the President. Well, who knew about that, right? So apparently it's something that comes back to the Dark Ages, and it was recorded in some stone somewhere. And it turns out that Joe also pointed out that the President's screen, the words and letters were falling off the right side of the screen for the first half of his presentation. Now, this one's okay, this one looks all right, but apparently, so we can't see anything over here anyway, so it doesn't matter to us, but from over there, apparently, a lot of those words were cut off. So, I must find you, Sir Michael. I mean, you have to set your own fine, but there you go.
No, you can set it.
Oh my goodness.
Mr. Tech.
Jerry, what are we going to get from
All right, good morning. Thank you all for your patience this morning. It was a very busy morning at the cashier here. Thank you all for paying the dues and all the other stuff we paid for today. The treasurer, you know, I'm trying to make, well, my goal, if I'm ever here at cashiering, number 1 is to welcome you with a happy good morning smile. So I hope I was, amid all the chaos this morning, I hope I was at least friendly. And the, you know, treasurers, thank you all for paying. And well, one thing that's new this year is we're doing away with that missed meeting thing, and to make everything a whole lot easier. But still come to the meetings. Don't miss the meetings. But if you happen to miss one, we're not going to track, and there's no payment for the missed meetings.
But there's a public flogging.
Public.
yes.
my year, one thing I did was I got a deal for logo clothing. And I'd like to see, I'll help anybody that wants to order some of these things. I know a lot of members have done that already, but it's kind of fun if you go to a Rotary event or you come to the meeting here to show off our club. And there's all kinds of things, there's clothing, there's bags. We have ones printed for the backpack program with our name on it and the Rotary logo. And so, just show a little pride in that. And if you have any suggestions for how to make the awful job of collecting money any easier, let me know.
Quick question.
Oh,
How do you get those cool bike shirts?
the bike shirts.
Yeah.
The whole kit, the End Polio Now kit was the tour of Tucson. The Rotary Club in Tucson ordered those. Unfortunately, they ordered it from a Chinese company, the one country that doesn't have Rotary. There are companies in the U.S. that make bike clothing. There's another Rotary one. There was a fellowship, a Rotary bicycling fellowship, and they had jerseys made. I wore that on my first meeting. Anyway, I'm not sure they're still around. I think that kind of fell off the radar. But check with the Rotary Club at Tucson.
Former President Ken was wondering if there's Rotary underwear.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's commando.
And it's got little hearts on it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So, Marty?
I just want to make one announcement, particularly from my friends from the Friday Club, so that they can get some money from one of their members. I missed the debunking, and I'm sorry, Ken, because as you know, Keller McDonald, who has been superintendent of schools here for many, many years, retired, and they had a retirement party Saturday night. I was on a program having worked with Keller, old man. But Keller was selected by the Redwood Empire Council of the Boy Scouts to receive the Outstanding Eagle Scout Award, which is given to an Eagle Scout who is given outstanding community service. So Keller has been nominated and has received that award, and there'll be a special event planned in September or October, and the list people will be given invites to that who were invited to the retirement. But you should mention that on Friday and have your president collect some money from Keller.
And I just wanted to mention that while we have done away with our missed meeting fee, there is an expectation in Rotary that you attend all Rotary meetings, and that if you do not attend a meeting, you make up a meeting. So I would like to encourage those of us that don't know about that to make up meetings that we missed. The new club meets on Fridays, and they do a very good job. And it's also a really good idea to get around and see what other Rotary clubs are up to and what they're doing.
Very, thank you. Peggy. Diana, you got a microphone for her?
I'm just going to remind everyone that this coming Friday is First Friday, but we're not going to have First Friday and First Friday. We're going to have First Friday and Second Friday. So next Friday we're going to have a First Friday. Through sellers, and Don Paulson's going to be cooking his famous chili. So we hope to go ahead and you can respond to the e-bite. That would be great. So that way we know when people are going to show up.
Great. Well, I was reminded that we don't have to keep going if we run out of stuff. I think we've covered everything we want. I think you're seeing a new year that's going to be interesting and exciting. Linda, one more thing.
I just want to remind you all that the last Friday of July is the SCART meeting that we host. Thursday. Last Thursday, it's the 30th, I think. But I'll be sending an email out. It'll be a little bit easier this year, a little more cookie cutter. It's at Coletto Wine and Vineyards. So probably have a little more room, but I hope you all sign up and attend, and we'll start the year off right and get to meet all the other Sonoma County Rotary clubs. Thank you.
Great. Mr. Ken.
Just going along with the second Friday at graduation, they didn't have bocce ball courts there. So if you were interested in bocce ball and didn't do anything this year in our competition with the other clubs, it will be coming up again next spring. It's a good chance for you to do some tryouts if you want.
Great. Well, now I get to learn about the raffle. So, is there a door prize, by the way?
No. There will be.
There's a promise there.
I'll find myself a door.
So we have a little wad of cash. And we have in here an ace. That's how we use to draw. So we need to figure out who that person's going to be, and we'll do that. We draw tickets. I'll ask Katie. Draw us a ticket, please. I can't read it. All right, Mark, what will we draw?
2486.
2486.
Marty, I haven't won a ticket in 2 years. Okay, so what kind of door prize do you want? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, he'll come up with something really good for me.
Something for him.
There you go. What do you
And a
look
joke? Jeff, are you ready with a joke? All right.
Yeah.
All right, so I just got back from Seattle last night. This is how I plug my happy buck. I get the fine. My daughter played in a soccer tournament in Seattle to determine the final 8 teams that go to nationals in Virginia. So I will miss another Rotary meeting in July, but it's for me. Anyways, while you're on these soccer tournaments, you do a lot of things like watch a lot of soccer, but then you also end up watching a lot of crap TV. And these kids are into the reality shows. And there's a reality show about a bunch of little people, dwarfs, they like to call little people. And they just love running around playing soccer. And it dawned on me why the little people like soccer so much. It's because the grass tickles their balls.
Oh.